Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my Super Smash Bros. 7 series. I'm OCDsaster, and yes, I said Super Smash Bros. 7, the next installment for the Super Smash Bros. Franchise. It is number 7. A lot of people have argued with me in the past, but there are currently 6 Super Smash Bros. Games. Super Smash Bros. 64, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Smash Brawl, 3DS and Wii U are considered separate. Yes, that's right, separate games. Sakurai has said it himself. And then Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So that is 6. So the new Smash Bros. Game would be, in fact, Super Smash Bros. 7. I've tried to do this series before and even featured a fellow friend and content creator, Obese Rob, on this series, but I decided to let it marinate a little bit longer and let time sit a little bit more before reattempting this series and kind of doing a more intellectual deep dive into it. Like a lot of my content and previous content, I kind of just did the series without any research, without looking into things, and for this new reamped, rebooted series, I still didn't do any research. I just learned a few more things that I felt were relevant to, this topic and this conversation. So I'm breaking this series up into a couple of videos. In this video, we are going to be discussing 1. Will there be a Super Smash Bros. 7 to begin with? And 2. Would Sakurai come back to direct it? And if he does or does not, what that implies and what are the implications for that for the future of this franchise. Okay? Got it? Don't forget to subscribe if you like this content. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you don't. Comment with some feedback and your opinions down below. Let's get into it. So the first question is there going to be a new Super Smash Bros? Super Smash Bros. 7? And to answer that, I would like to ask you a question. What do companies like and love?
Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Money is what makes a company thrive and is super important and literally the lifeblood for it. And if they have a franchise, if they have an IP, if they have a product that is going to ensure them of more money, or at least the same revenue stream, they're going to do it. Meaning, Super Smash Bros. Is such a successful franchise that there's no way they're going to let it die with Sakurai's retirement, which we'll get into the second part of the question. They are going to milk this money cow until it is literally dried up. And that cow is nowhere near dried up yet because Nintendo has a lot of loyal fans, and Smash specifically has a lot of loyal fans where the product, the franchise, can keep going until the consumers get tired of it. Look at what are the most popular, if not the most popular, Nintendo product out there. Mario Kart. Mario Kart has been on every single system that Nintendo has made, and it has not died down in hype and players, and it brings in a truck ton of money. So there's no way that series is ever going to go. Looking at this completely reliable Wikipedia article, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still the most copies sold for the Nintendo Switch. And I would like to reiterate, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is not even a new Mario Kart game. Sure, they did some things to spice it up compared to Mario Kart 8 base for the Wii U, but they did not even create a new Switch Mario Kart, so to speak. And it still absolutely crushed the sales because of the title, because people know what it is, because it's a great party game, because Nintendo fans love it. Second is Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is a great single-player social simulation game where players can just veg out and just have that experience. But number 3 is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It beats out Breath of the Wild, it beats out Mario Odyssey, it beats out Pokemon, it beats out Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which actually is number 9 according to this Wikipedia article. Once again, I'm not completely sure how valid this article is, but going off of this alone, why would Nintendo not continue with the Super Smash Bros. Franchise if it's making them this much money? Copies sold equates to dollars, and dollars equate to stockholders and the executives of Nintendo being extremely happy. So I do not think in any chance in hell they're going to stop this money train from a choo-choo chugging along. So to answer that first part of my questions for this video, do I think there's going to be a Smash Bros. 7? Absolutely. I think there is a 100% chance that there is going to be a new Smash Bros. Game. My speculation is it is going to come out whenever we get this new Switch, the Switch 2, what people are calling it. And I think Nintendo, this is just the theory that I have, I believe Nintendo is really waiting for Switch 2 to unleash a lot of content. Now, when I say Switch 2, that's probably not going to be what the console's called. It's going to be called something completely different. But I think we're going to get some really big flagship IP sequels. We're going to get Smash 7. We're going to get maybe Mario Odyssey 2. Finally, a Mario Kart 9. The whole 9 yards. That's just a theory. I mean, a lot of people say that. It's not like something out of the blue. You know, it's a very common thought. But I definitely know we are getting another Smash Bros. 100%. No question about it. And that leads us to the second question. Will Sakurai come out of retirement in order to direct this Smash Bros. Game? For those of you that don't know, Sakurai has been the director of the Super Smash Bros. Series since its inception. He is the creator. He is basically the father to this franchise. It is his child. Now, you would say Kirby is his, firstborn because he is the creator of the Kirby franchise, but then Smash Bros. Would be his second child. And Sakurai has gone on the record in interviews and articles and such. He's done. He has retired. He's been creating video games for over 2 decades, I believe. His resume of the games he's made is amazing. And he's 53. I could have sworn he was younger than that. He at least looks younger than 53. My goodness. Anyway, he is retired and settled down with his cats, his wife, what have you. And it bears the question, would he come back for Super Smash Bros. 7 to direct that game? For those of you that don't know, when Sakurai was directing games, he was heavily involved. Like, he was not just the overseer of the project. Yes, he had his teams to, consult, and then, they used Bandai Namco for some of the games, and previous companies and game developers for previous games, outsourced, if you will, but he was heavily involved, down to character designs and even, move sets of characters. Like, he did it himself for the most part. He was a hard-working man, and there's plenty of documentaries out there that I would recommend you check out on this man, as to how hardworking and driven he is. So, like I said, he's been making video games for over probably 2 decades, if my math is correct. It's about 2 decades, and by working those, that means he's really not stopped. He has not taken a break. He's very into the details. He's very, involved. So, what would make him come back? I mean, you could say money, but to be honest, it doesn't seem like he really needs the money. And Smash Bros. Was like his love letter to Nintendo fans. And to himself, almost, if you could make that argument. When he did his directs, he was very passionate, very funny, very charismatic. But you could kind of tell, like, he's like, okay, I'm excited that this is wrapping up. Ultimate was supposed to be his swan song, his Into the Forever, his This Is My Last Baby, here you guys go, everything, everyone's here, all at once, done. So it would almost be kind of, anticlimactic for him to then return for another game. Now, I'm not Sakurai, I'm not in his head, I don't know what he's thinking or what he does, I'm not the Sakurai whisperer. It's really up to him on whether or not he will come back to direct another Smash Bros. Game, let alone video game in general. A lot of the articles that I've read kind of imply this kind of semi-retirement narrative where he's like not fully retired, but he's definitely taking a back seat to video game directing. There was something that I saw that made it seem like that they already confirmed that they're not done with Super Smash Bros., that it's implied. I haven't really looked into these too much because I know them to be true, that they're going to continue with Super Smash Bros. It's just that Sakurai part that is a little bit iffy on whether or not he will come back for the next installment. My guess is if he does, there's only about a 45% chance. And you can quote me when I'm wrong. You can put in the comments down below, this aged like fine milk, whenever, you know, they announce Smash 7 and they announce that Sakurai is back out of retirement to make the game. But until then, I'm standing by that. And him not returning causes a snowball of questions and implications for Super Smash Bros. 7. And those questions will be asked in future episodes of the Super Smash Bros. 7 series that I have created or am in the process of making. So the next question, we've already answered the question, will there be a Smash 7? Yes. Will Sakurai be directing it? Probably no. We're then going to be using the probably no as the launch point for the rest of the series. So that way we can have bigger questions and more speculation on maybe even a completely different style of Smash Bros. Game we've never seen before. So make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on the series as more videos come out over time. Be sure to check out these other videos as well. Comment down below on what you think. Will there be a Smash 7? Am I tripping? Do you think Sakurai will come back or not? I'm OCDsaster, and I hope you have a Smash-tastic rest of your day. Man, it feels good saying that again. See ya.